Hi everyone, and welcome to our session here on activating your cells. My name's Beata Koropatwa and I'm from Melbourne. I have numerous roles. I'm a CEO of a technology company, a board chair. I am an entrepreneur. I run a number of businesses, and I'm a philanthropist, which is my favourite role. And I wanted to share with you actually what I'm doing. I was never intending on starting another business, but I tried these products and they were life-changing. And I shared them with all of my family and friends, and the results were remarkable that I had to get involved in the business. So today there'll be two parts to my presentation here. The first part will be about the products, and the second part will be about the business side of things. And certainly in this time, people are looking for a second income or a plan B. But without further ado, let's get started. So Lifevantage is our company, and it began in a lab with a single question. And our scientists said, or asked the question, is declining health something that we have to simply accept as part of getting older? Now, our scientist that actually was curious about the question was an incredible man called Dr. McCord, and he was the one that actually founded our product and founded the science and the pathway. He's an extraordinary man, and he was a recipient of the Elliott Crescent Award, and it's a very prestigious award, and other recipients of that award were actually Marie Curie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. So he was in very fine company. So we had two discoveries. The first discovery was that our genes contain an incredible ability to keep our bodies healthy. That was the first discovery. And the second discovery, which came decades later, was that we discovered a way to activate these abilities. I'd like to make a disclaimer here, and that is that Lifevantage and its affiliates do not claim to cure, heal, prevent, treat, or mitigate any disease. This information is purely for educational purposes, and that Lifevantage distributors are independent contractors, and we're not employees, and any views or statements that we express or imply in this presentation do not necessarily reflect the views of Lifevantage as a corporation, its management, or its shareholders. So let's get started. People need help for the following reasons. They're suffering from a lack of sleep. They are experiencing aches and pains. They're stressed and anxious. It's so sad in the world that there's so much stress and anxiety at the moment. Many have brain fog and simply can't focus, and many people have no energy. And last but not least, there are people who want to biohack the aging code, and I'll speak about it in this presentation, which I think is quite a different way of looking at aging. So what does make us healthy, and what have we got control over? Our lifestyle, to a larger degree, we have control over. We can go to the beach, or we can go into a forest and breathe fresh air. So we have control over that. We definitely have control over our community and our relationships. And there have been studies that have shown that, relationships and friendships, they make you live longer. So we do have control over our community. Our environment, unfortunately, not a great deal. We're kind of given what we've got, so we don't have a great deal of control over our environment. And up until now, we haven't had a great deal of control over our genetics. Okay, and this is the part that I'm actually going to talk to you about. So we are a wellness company and a personal care company, and we are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Our industry is called Nutrigenomics, and we are biohacking with Nutrigenomics. And what Nutrigenomics is a study of how nutrients and naturally occurring compounds affect our genes. And we are founded on science, we are backed by science, and we are driven by science. A very interesting concept here, and that is that aging starts young. Many of us think, oh, aging starts when we turn 50 or 60. Unfortunately, aging starts young. It actually starts at 22 for females and 24 for males. And what happens during this aging process is, you know, our brain, the reaction times are slower. Our eyesight actually deteriorates after the age of 40. Our ears, we have trouble with high frequency tone, and that declines in the 20s. Our heart rate declines in a range of 20 to 30% from the age of 20 to 70. It's quite scary, isn't it? Our lungs, our breathing capacity actually declines. Our bones, the mineral content in our bones declines after the age of 35, and our muscle mass progressively declines after the age of 40. So as you see, aging actually starts at a relatively young age. And what happens to our bodies when we age? Free radicals attack our cells, and that's what causes aging. And free radicals can be caused by pollution, by stress, by toxins, even by exercise. So as you see, it's a lot of things actually cause aging in our body, not just you know, looking a little bit older. And I would like to ask you the question, have you heard of oxidative stress? I'm a reasonably well-read person, but I'd never heard that term before. And when I actually joined the company and I started reading about it, it was mind-blowing for me. It really was quite shocking. So let me share with you what causes oxidative stress and what is oxidative stress. Sadly, everything causes oxidative stress. Our environment, you know, our telephones and our devices. Exercise causes oxidative stress. And the best analogy that I like to give is oxidative stress occurs in our bodies the same way an apple does, for example. So if we cut an apple in half and we leave it, it turns brown. And it oxidizes, it rusts. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens to the cells in our body. Okay, here is an example of a normal cell. So a cell then that is attacked by free radicals starts aging, and this is a cell with oxidative stress. So that's what oxidative stress is. It is the rusting and the aging of our cells, exactly the same as that of an apple when you leave it out. So oxidative stress, sadly, is linked to over 260 diseases, the common diseases. Okay, oxidative stress, you know, it affects our heart, it affects our skin, the biggest organ, it affects our kidney, our joints, our lungs, our brain, our immune system. Oxidative stress affects all of these components of our body. It's shocking. So I would like to draw your attention to PubMed. For those of you who haven't heard of PubMed, it is a world medical journal where all the doctors and the scientists go to. So when I started investigating oxidative stress, to my shock and horror, there was over 220,000 studies and findings on oxidative stress. Anyone can go to PubMed, pubmed.org, and have a look for themselves. It was really shocking for me, and I just couldn't believe how many studies. Now, our product has 26 studies published on PubMed. We are not aware of any other company with a product that has that many studies on PubMed. And our signature product, Protandim, has 31 published peer-reviewed scientific studies. So these have been reviewed by other scientists. So we are absolutely scientifically driven and backed. And many studies have been conducted by some of the world's most respected research institutions to support our claims. I'll bring to your attention Harvard University, a very well-respected university. I'll jump to the University of Florida, to Stanford, and I think there's about over 40 universities and institutions that have actually done studies. But I'd particularly like to bring your attention to the American Heart Association. The American Heart Association is a world-leading cardiological association, and they typically don't endorse any products, but they actually endorse our products. And we have numerous cardiologists that actually supply their patients with this. So, you know, very well backed by science, and as I said, driven by science. I'd like to also particularly bring your attention to this statement. Washington State University is a leading medical university around the world, and they made a statement back in 2015, which has really changed the scientific world. And that statement is that our finding, which is NRF2, is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future, and NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. That is a major statement, okay, an extraordinary breakthrough. When I think of that, I think of antibiotics or penicillin, and that statement really put us on the map in regards to what we have. So today I am talking about, rather than taking supplements, we're flipping the switch. And since discovering the power of the NRF2 activation, we're relentless in the pursuit of discovering new ways to flick the switch. And now we have the power to turn on our good genes and turn off our bad genes. And that's what I mean about flipping the switch. Our belief is there are 3 pillars to excellent health, along with vitamin D or sunshine if you can get it. Sadly, here in Melbourne, we don't have a great deal of sunshine, so we need to take vitamin D capsules. But these are the 3 pillars, which I'll go into a little bit further. There are Protandim Tri-Synergizer. These 3 products will lead you to optimum health. Our first product is our signature product, and that is the NRF2. That, in a nutshell, it activates our cells. It wakes up our cells and makes our cells do what they're meant to be. So your body starts doing what it is meant to do. It is proven to lower oxidative stress. It reduces the free radicals formed in our body. It helps reduce and decrease free radical damage to our body cells, and it also increases the medium lifespan. We had a test done on mice, and why mice? By the National Institute of Aging, again another leading institution, but mice, because mice are the closest in DNA to humans, and they actually proved that it increases the medium lifespan. That's extraordinary. And last but not least, Protandim activates your body to create 1 million antioxidants per cell. And I'll explain that a little bit further. Our patent, we have 7 of them, is around this. So our product has a synergy. So when we put all of these natural products, which as you can see are all Chinese herbs, all products that have been around for over 2,000 years, when we actually bring these products together, a synergy occurs, and these products are effective and work 18 times more effectively than each individual product. So that is our science, and that is our patent, and that's what makes us quite different to taking each of those products individually. So that is our signature product. extremely affordable, less than half a cup of coffee a day, and it is life-changing. It's been a life changer for me and many around me. So our approach is this: you can do a one-on-one scenario versus a 1 to 1 million. I just wanted to share with you primarily that each antioxidant molecule from dietary sources such as food just eliminates one free radical. Okay, it's not possible to consume enough to really measurably lower our oxidative stress levels, and the dietary antioxidants do not make an impact on oxidative stress. You know, free radicals damage to the cells and the DNA. The food just simply doesn't do it, and the body actually produces millions of free radicals daily, and eating more antioxidant rich foods can help to a certain degree. However, nowhere near what I'm just about to show you. And I'll give you an example of you know, to actually consume you know, the right amount of food to help us with, you know, fight these free radicals, you would actually need to have 11 pounds of blueberries per day, 375 oranges per day, 120 vitamin C tablets, or you could have 87 glasses of wine. I know many people can do many glasses, but I don't think anyone can do 87. Or alternatively, you can take one pill, which actually counteracts 1 million. Okay, so each of your body's enzymes eliminates millions of free radicals. And Protandim NRF2 synergizer reduces oxidative stress, okay, which is, of course, the free radical damage. So one Protandim synergizer produces enzymes capable of neutralizing more than 1 million free radicals. And here's a diagram, okay, of what can happen, again, starting in our early 20s. Without Protandim, our oxidative stress is going up dramatically. However, with Protandim, you can see, and we have a video where our scientist speaks about, you know, being on Protandim actually brings your bloods back to the age of 20 instead of 80. So make sure you go and view that video. I'll talk about that video shortly. So Protandim versus food. One antioxidant equals one free radical. Okay, or do we take Protandim and we have millions of antioxidants per tablet? As you can see, it's actually it's a no-brainer. So then we have our second signature product. Again, it's called the NRF2 Synergizer. Again, all natural, 5 all-natural products. You know, those Chinese herbs, they're extraordinary. And this product improves performance through energy production. It enhances your cellular health, and your cells perform at their peak performance. It boosts mitochondria production and the ability to network. There's been a lot of talk about mitochondria in the last few years, and I'm sure many of you have heard it, but it is so important that if we don't actually have mitochondria, we die. This also increases cellular energy. So I like to use the analogy of the two products. The NRF2 wakes up the cells and activates the cells. The NRF1 gives you energy and allows you to operate at an energetic level. In my case, I go from 6 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock, and I don't even realize, you know, that I'm lacking energy because of these products. Again, very affordable, backed by the government, backed by the BSCG, and again, science-driven. This is a really important product too. I was the chair of Crohn's and Colitis Australia for 3.5 years. We supported 75,000 people with Crohn's and colitis. I understand the importance of gut health. In fact, our gut has its own intelligence. So our probiotic is unique. There is nothing like it. And the reason it's unique is it's a vegan capsule called a DR cap. And it takes 52 minutes to dissolve in your stomach. And therefore, it presents more good bacteria, in both the small and the large intestine. You know, many of the products that we buy off the shelf take between 5 and 7 minutes because of the stomach acid. This takes 52 minutes to get through your whole, your entire gut. And it has 6 billion CFOs, which are clinically tested with high quality strains. So it's really quite an important piece there, and very important. It includes beta-glucan, and beta-glucan is vital for your immune health. And last but not least, you don't need to refrigerate this. You can actually carry it around, and you don't need to refrigerate it. So that is our ProBio, and we're very proud of this. We have patents and everything on these products, and you know, our belief is that these products, the pillar of these 3 products is extraordinary. So I'd like to speak to you. I'll just change this light a little bit. There we go. So the Protandim the tri-synergizers are the 3 products together. So the NRF2, NRF1 and ProBio together, what that actually gives you is better gut health. It gives you more cellular energy for optimal mitonuclear communication. It lessens the oxidative stress dramatically. Okay, and the 3 products are extremely affordable. And our belief is these 3 products with vitamin D is the epitome of good health. It's what will provide excellent health. So we have other products that contain the NRF2. So I'll talk briefly about them. We have a hair system that's got NRF2. There's some remarkable results of what it does. That's only one result of many hundreds. And then we have an anti-aging system, and it has the NRF2 in the skincare. So if you imagine our previous products work internally, and then these products are absolutely amazing. They're an anti-aging system. They cost just over $200. I used to pay about $150 for a moisturizer, and you've got 4 products and they each contain, and I can honestly say in the time I've used them, they've reduced the lines around my face. So it's really an amazing system. And we are on this Think Dirty app. I'd never heard of this app before, but it is an app that actually measures toxins in your products. You can go and try any product and have a look, and proudly we always come up super clean. So check out this Think Dirty app, and you know, you get an idea of what's in your products. So just to summarize the results of our products, again, that are backed by science. 1, improves your sleep. 2, it reduces pain. 3, it increases energy. You know, you have better memory and focus. You have healthier hair, skin and nails. And anti-aging, again, it's not about looking good and about having less wrinkles. It's actually about the aging of your cells, as I gave you the example with the apple. So the anti-aging is the most important, because aging of cells equals disease. So very important. And last but not least, your gut health. Okay, very, very important. So that's a summary of those products. So at this point, that's an overview of our products. So if you've just come to learn about the products, thank you for coming. There is an extraordinary business side to it, and I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes just speaking about our company and the business and what we have available. So we have a passion for progression. We are a highly progressive company, but we're a company from the heart. We started off as a small biotech company, and today we're an industry leader in biohacking. And our belief is that there is no limit to human potential where there exists a passion for progression. Our business is a home-based business, and for many, it's a plan B or it's a second income. And sadly, you know, in the last few years, and certainly since the pandemic, people are going to be needing a second income, or they're going to be needing a plan B. And that's what we have here on offer. So we're a direct sales company, which is the business model of the future. And I'll talk about that a little bit further. We have some extraordinary advocates of our model. Warren Buffett believes in the system and states it's one of the best investments he'd ever made was in a direct sales company. Richard Branson is a tremendous believer in our system. It's an online system, so I'll talk about that further. It's an online business, and income flows from repeat sales, even when you're not working. This is a consumable product. People love it, and they share it, and they keep coming back for it. So you own your own online store and website. That's what it looks like, where your customers can go and they can actually, you know, place their own orders, or they can have progressive orders. It's honestly online business, and especially since we'd all been home after the pandemic, a lot of people are used to working from home and are looking for opportunities to work from home. And Lifevantage follows the world trends. So we follow trends like Uber that have no vehicles, yet they use a platform. They use their phone to, you know, arrange vehicles, or Airbnb that have no hotels, yet it's a platform. We're the same. You know, you're on your telephone is where you do your business. That's where our platform is, and that's where our customers can order, and you can be your own boss. You can do this at any time. I have a full-time CEO role, but I absolutely love the product and love the business that I integrated into my everyday life, because the business world has changed. So what are we? We are a referral-based company, and I often state to people, if you go to a great restaurant or if you see a great movie, you tell people about it. This is no different. You take the product, you love the product, you love what it does, you love the preventative side, and all you need to do is share the science, the results, and this ABC primetime investigative video, which I'll talk about in just a minute. That's how the business works. A little bit of history, if I may, on the company. So we were founded in 2003, so we're not a startup. And what happened in 2005 was an investigator from ABC Primetime, which is a prominent investigative reporting TV show. The reporter was sent in to actually discredit our product and discredit our claims. He actually put himself forward as a guinea pig. And if you haven't seen this video, please view the video. It's actually like a story, and our scientists talk about it, the investigator reporter talks about it. But in a nutshell, he put himself up as a guinea pig. His results were so extraordinary that when he actually aired his results and the show, the business went from 3 million to over 200 million overnight. And at that point in time, our products were sold through pharmacies or health food shops. But we had consultants in and said, look, that's not going to work. You actually need to go to a direct sales model. And that works really well because we cut out the middleman, so our products are far more affordable. And we can share all the science, we can share all the testimonials and all the referrals when we work directly with the consumer. And that was in 2009. So in 2019, we've won Stevie Awards for our best product in the wellness industry. Again, we won awards for the best home-based business. The DSA rated us as the best company to work with, and we've won all of these awards along the way. And in 2020, our rapid growth continues. Our share price, being listed on this New York Stock Exchange, our share price had quadrupled in about 14 months. You can view that on our reporting, and the share price had actually increased by 75% also in the last 3 years. So it's fairly substantial. We're growing, and we're a rapidly growing company. Even during the crisis, people are so concerned about their health and wellness, and I think into the future that's going to be the case even more so. And we're set to do $1 billion in 3 to 5 years. But last but not least, Erin Brokovich, the Erin Brokovich, the lawyer that they made about, Julia Roberts actually played her. She joined our board. She is, a legal advocate for human rights. She loved our product, she saw the company, and she joined our board last year. And she said, this is a company I've admired at arm's length for some time. It's a company with strong momentum, not just in the US, but globally and into today's world. So actively managing our health has never been so valid. That's a big statement to make. So extraordinary lady, and we're very proud to have her on our board. We're also very proud to say that we were invited to actually ring the NASDAQ bell in February this year. Companies that are invited are progressive companies, companies that are going to grow, other companies that were actually honoured this to ring the closing bell were Facebook and LinkedIn and other major companies. So, we were honoured to actually be invited. So that was an accolade. So what is it that does make us different? Okay, the company. The company operates from the heart. What I loved about this company is my personal philosophy and value is that when you're of service to others, the financials follow. And that is absolutely the model of this company. Our product is unique in the world. There is nothing like it. Okay, we are science-backed, we are science-driven, and moving forward, it is all about the science. The timing has never been better. People are looking for optimum health. And as you can see by the growth of our business, by the growth of our share price, which consequently our company is actually 86% of our sales are customers. We don't have a lot of, partners and distributors to help us actually promote the product. And that's why we're looking for people to help us, reach all over the world and all around the world with the product. So the timing is actually impeccable in our business now. The compensation plan is extremely generous. We have had a lot of other companies coming from other direct sales companies joining us based on the compensation plan, and the support is next to none. I often give the analogy that the support that we give you and the training is like McDonald's without paying millions. We actually have a process and you just follow the process, and we support you, we train you right throughout, not just at the start, but right throughout. The training continues. So that is what makes us different. We're globally pioneering the field of nutrigenomics. We are the leader in that. These are the countries that we're in currently. As you can see, there's 24 countries around the world. We have not many distributors. We're just in the midst of entering China and distributing our products into China. And of course, they are absolutely looking for health all the time, as is the rest of the world. So not many distributors to actually help us share this product. Our industry, again, is nutrigenomics. What is it? It's a scientific study of the interaction of nutrition and genes, especially with regard to the prevention or treatment of disease. Fox News, a very well-respected entity, stated that nutrigenomics is changing everything. Where we once thought that we were powerless is now an area over which we have at least some control. So the ability to use nutrition to affect our genes means that we are no longer at the mercy of our DNA or our genetics. It's extraordinary, isn't it? I couldn't believe it when I started doing the research and the information, and when our scientists started sharing this with us, I was blown away by it. For the truly business-minded people, our projected market is set to reach over 17 billion by 2023. That's 2.5 years away. So we offer you much more than an income. We offer you a plan B. You know, many people have lost their jobs and are looking for a plan B. And I have a lot of people on my team who started this off as a plan B and now work in it full time, changing people's lives and their health. We give you time back with your family because you can do this in the evenings, you can do it on the weekends, you can do it at your time. We offer you the business and leadership coaching. We are there side by side. And we have a like-minded community. So we have a team of people that support you. We offer incentive trips and rewards. I won an incentive trip and I didn't even know how I won it. But my business partner, Susan, came to me and said, listen, you've won a trip to the Bahamas. And it was just because I wanted to make people healthy. I didn't even know how I won it. And consequently, I had the most wonderful time in the Bahamas. And then I won a trip to Ireland. Then I won a trip to Sydney just by helping people. We do training and we do events. So we have events where we have leading doctors, cardiologists, business leaders come in. So we support you in training, weekly training we have, and the events, and we support you all the way. So we hold your hand from the start. And I often say to people, this is a longer term plan. So think 3 to 5 years. It's not a, you know, get rich quick scheme. This is a business where you think of a plan between 3 to 5 years. I wanted to share this with you, which is the monthly earning potential. So this is off our NASDAQ report. Being on the stock exchange, we have to be transparent. So these are our earning potentials and our distributions to our distributors or business partners. And I'd just like to point out, when we bring on a distributor, we have a process which is quite rapid to get them to Pro 3. We actually show you the process, and our first goal is to get you to Pro 3. And the average earnings of Pro 3 is 626 US. I've had people that have gone Pro 3 within the first month. I've had people that have gone Pro 3 within 3 months. That's our aim. But then I've had people who go Pro 3 within 6 months or longer. It's entirely up to you, but that's substantial. You know, that pays a school fee or a nice holiday. Our next rank is the Pro 5. Again, we lead you and we show you all the way how to do that. That's over 3,000 per month, and you know, that's a mortgage. That's substantial. That's $36,000 per annum. That's a pretty good plan B, isn't it, or a second income. And then of course our you know, one of our signature levels is Pro 7. You know, that's $13,500 per month. That makes a difference. So you can do the numbers. So look at it as a long-term plan and a legacy business, because this can actually be left to your children. It's extraordinary. Had I known about this business model 27 years ago when I started my company, when I started in business, you know, I would have gone to this model. So the benefits and retention, I'll go through them very quickly. So the benefits, it's a unique product. We have a mass market that is not tapped in. The product is affordable for the end user and consumer. It's backed by science, and it is a consumable. Once people try it, they want it and want it. Every now and then someone will stop and they're like, hang on, my sleep's gone back to normal, I'm feeling anxious, and they go back on it. So it's a consumable product. And people ask me, can I do this? Yes, you can. We have 24/7 support. We have that easy to follow system. We launch you, we learn, and we lead you all the way. We have weekly regular trainings, not just once, but a couple of times. We have regular corporate events. We have the incentive and the incentive trips. We have the private team support. Okay, that's really important. We have one-on-one coaching, and we have the most extraordinary leaders in my team here. that will support you, and you can work from your laptop, your phone, your desktop. This is an online business that can be a home-based business. How do you start? There's 3 ways. You can activate your body and you can become a customer. Activate your body, activate your health. There's no joining fees. There's monthly orders. If you choose, they can be cancelled at any time, but they save you a substantial amount of money on the product. So, activating your body, it's the next level of health, and I believe that everybody should be activated so that you can truly lead a healthy and happy life. The second part is you can work with us. We don't have enough distributors to distribute our unique products. You can change people's lives with their health, and you can build a great business, and in turn that can change your life and your family's life. So how do you get started? Please speak to the person who invited you here, and they'll be able to elaborate more. This was just an overview. My personal belief, again, is aligned with the company belief, and that is when we are of service to others, the financial rewards follow. Okay, when we operate from the heart, when we want to help others, the financial